Welcome to Lime with Us, where conversation got a whole lot of boundaries. Welcome to our live stream special event. We haven't done this in a while.
Yes.
See, what does that say? Trophy wife or liar?
Yeah. So this one been buzz. It's been a buzz. I've been following it for the last 2 days, man. The events are pretty crazy, but I know you haven't seen it, so I want to
No,
run it
this
back
is
for
this is
you.
totally new for me. I haven't.
Yeah, I want to run it back for you and kind of bring you up to speed on it. But this is one of those instances where you got to take everything with a grain of salt. So
Okay.
let's run with it. You want to
Yeah,
start
let's
it off?
let's let's do it, huh?
Yeah. All right. So let's go to. Oh, I didn't load it up. Hold on 1 second. Go to present. Go to share screen. Go to. Let's do this one. First, let me maximize it and share. Yeah, this pans out good. All right. So let me test the sound and you tell me how it is.
And I said that I would be back.
Good?
Yeah.
All right. So let's run it back from the top. So this is the trophy wife. I
Okay.
married a monster. I'm Mr. 12 and that's P. Thank you for joining us. Let's get to it.
All right, let's do it.
Ladies, hi trophies. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. If you hear any noise in the background, that's the new baby. A lot has happened since the last time that I recorded. I think the last time you guys saw me, I was in my second trimester. And yeah, I think I did post an update in the community section when the baby was born. And I said that I would be back soon. And that was a few months ago now. I thought that when I came back on here that it would be to maybe do like some kind of newborn favorites or meet my new baby or something like that. But unfortunately, it's been a little over a month since I had to end up leaving my husband. I honestly don't even really know where to start with this, just because it's just such a hard topic.
So I'll mute right quick. What's your thoughts so far?
Well, she hasn't really gotten into anything yet. You know,
Okay.
she's already sobbing and she's not sobbing yet. So we know some grimy stuff finna go down.
Okay, because this one 14 minutes, so we could chime
Yeah,
in.
yeah. I'm hoping that she'd start getting into the meat real quick because she, you notice she hasn't even looked into the camera not once.
Okay, good
Like,
observation.
and it's
Okay,
her camera.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you could tell something. I mean, not saying something's wrong,
Yeah.
and it
All
could
right,
be
let me
her fault,
continue it.
and she's
Yeah.
covering. But I want to see where it goes.
And I honestly thought that by the time I got on here that I wouldn't have any tears left because I've just cried so much. It's like I built this channel and this whole brand around being this man's wife and trying to teach other women how to attract good men and provider men and all these different things. And I truly held my husband or saw him as the bar um, for what every woman should, type of man that or type of husband that every woman should aspire to have. And I didn't realize that the person I married was actually going to be my biggest nightmare. So basically, when I first met my husband, as I've already talked about in another video, I think it was my single mom video. I explained, a little bit about how we met, and I really thought that that man was my Prince Charming. Um, so when I first met my husband, I thought that he was my Prince Charming. I thought that he was my knight in shining armor, and he portrayed himself to be this amazing, upright, righteous Christian man. And I believed him. Um, I think shortly after we got married, and this is something that I haven't talked about, I started noticing like certain things changed with him. And I just started to see a few things that I didn't like. But I honestly thought that some of these were things that I could get past. Um,
4 times.
You want me to comment on that?
I got a question because I don't fully think, but
Go ahead.
my question is, what does that look like in a marriage?
Like I said,
Not being insensitive, I'm posing the question in a
right.
manner like,
Me
you
too,
know,
because um, grape is always a serious thing, right?
yes,
So no matter who it happens to and when, it's always serious. But I'm not sure. I'm really, like I said, I want to her finish her whatever she's talking about before I comment on it, because I'm not saying it doesn't happen in a marriage. Um, it's one of those sticky situations, right? Because I don't know how to really explain that.
you get what I'm trying to say? Because the only thing that came to my mind was it Tina Turner? The like rolling, rolling,
Yeah,
and in that show, that was one of the scenes where they kind of showed, you know, um,
yeah.
that was the only one I could reflect back upon. But now it came back to me when I was thinking. I was like, for the ladies that they got husbands and he got to perform, even when he don't want to perform, is that
Mhm.
ape?
No, well, no,
You see how for men it's not?
well, if it's taken, it's rape.
But how do you take it? And I don't even want to get
Because
into that.
some men do get aroused even if they're not trying to.
Okay. Well, let's continue. I just wanted to think that one. The question wasn't anything against her, but in this sense, I was like,
No, it's a good question because, like you said, how do you justify what's what? And I guess anything done by force.
okay, that's well said. So anything done by force, right? I would want to hear ladies' point of view because as a man, you want to know the lines as what would be considered. They have the dictionary terminology, but you get what I'm saying? You want to see what ladies consider what in certain things because that line could easily be blurred. But let's continue. But
Yeah.
I'm not questioning her, I'm just that
Um,
was a question, yeah.
Go ahead.
It's like sad to even say like I could get past some of these things. Um, I don't even know where to start. 6 weeks ago, I was changing my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter, and I noticed that when I changed her, she was red and very sensitive. And immediately, my first thought was, did someone touch her? Oh, God. Gosh. So I asked her, I said, baby, did somebody touch you? And she ended up saying it was daddy. I felt like my world ended on that day. My husband wasn't home at the time when she told me, but I knew he would be coming home soon, so all I could do was just say, don't tell him that you told me. And I just instantly started trying to think of how I could get my kids out of the house. Because I knew if I confronted him or asked him about it, that he would just lie and that he would probably just continue to keep doing stuff to her, but just become more covert or more sneaky or whatever. As soon as my husband got home, he was actually picking up the boys from school, my 2 older boys from school. As soon as he got home, I told him that I was gonna go Halloween shopping with my sister because I just needed an excuse to get out of the house with all the kids. And I knew if I said something like, oh, I'm going to the grocery store, that um, it would be suspicious. Like, why am I bringing all the kids and like packing things, like things that we would need and things like that. So going Halloween shopping was the best thing I could think of to just hurry up and get the kids out of the house. I'm sorry, I had to get myself together. So when I got to the hospital, they basically told me that we had to go to another hospital because they didn't do physical exams, like that kind of physical exam there. So a police officer escorted the kids and I to another hospital where they were able to evaluate my daughters. It ended up coming out that he had actually been touching both of my daughters, who are only 2 and 4 years old. Um,
Any thoughts there so far?
Well, it's getting worse as she go along. Definitely. I'm looking to see where it ends. It's definitely not in a good spot right now.
All right, let's roll it.
But at
'Cause
least,
got-
at least she's doing something to protect her kids.
yeah,
She didn't sit there and like stay in the house and say, "Oh, he may change" or whatever. She took him right to the hospital, got him checked out, made sure that at least she can protect them in some way. Let's see where it ends. Like,
cool.
so what is that? 4 kids?
I'm not too sure. I think
2
she said,
boys? 2 boys. She said 2 girls.
yeah. So yeah, probably 4. You're right.
So
Probably.
4. I'm not sure if it's her previous or all 4 are there together.
No, I think 2 were previous, and well, we're gonna get some context just now. We're gonna get the true
All right.
numbers just now.
Okay. Yeah, let's finish it up.
it still feels like a dream. Like when when this first happened, I just kept waking up every day and just hoping that this was a dream. Because it's literally my worst nightmare. It's my worst nightmare. I myself am a product of RAPE. That's how I came to be. And was also, abused as a child by a neighbor's husband. And I specifically prayed to God that my children would never, ever, ever have to go through this. And I'm just not quite sure how this happened, why this happened. I just don't know how he was able to get away with it and so sneaky, because with my own trauma, I watch my kids like a hawk. Like, I don't like them sitting on people's laps. None of that. And he knows how much I cannot stand men like him. And to think like I couldn't even go to sleep in my own house and know that my children are safe. Just by me going to sleep, my children were left unprotected. Um, so I don't know what the future of this channel is going to be. I don't know if I'm going to change the name or what. Um, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna keep on the screen for right now.
Listen, that is definitely a bad situation to be in. If it's true, we are on YouTube at the end of the day, and there are a lot of made up stories, but this is definitely horrible. I don't know where to start. The fact that she took the kids out the house and took them right away and found out, I
Yeah,
think it's good
proactive. That was proactive. I like
because
that too.
yeah, a lot of women wait and wait and wait, and sometimes it gets ignored. You know, so I'm assuming she confronted him at some point. She didn't really talk about that too much.
Yeah, she didn't talk about that, but
Is there a part 2 to this?
We got a different version. We got a different account that we're gonna come up to in a second.
Okay.
I want to just touch on her, and so she's a YouTube creator, and what she does is she puts out content that help lady to find a good husband.
So is she like a coach, dating coach?
Something like that, but she goes from the aspect of helping ladies to find a good husband, basically becoming a trophy wife, more Christian things in there, more little religious things in there. I haven't seen it. I just kind of got the feedback or the consensus from watching other videos too. So but I've been following this saga since it started, but I didn't. When I seen it, I was like, wow. I listened to the video. I was like, damn, that's crazy. That was crazy. But it didn't have like some of the things you pointed out. It's like, yo, she didn't look at the camera once. But on the review, I seen one thing where she was talking about the neighbor abusing her. And I'm trying to figure out what.
Right. That could be another reason too, why she's shy.
Yeah. So I was like, wow. She said the neighbor's husband, and I'm trying to figure out if that was an episode of 8. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out because in this situation, you know what I'm saying? Why would you choose to mention that situation in this situation? You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Well, she
So
mentioned it. She mentioned it a few times because she's also a product of it as well.
right, and that's why that's why I'm trying to connect the dots. And that one was like, all right, abuse, and it's kind of, but sometimes I'm not trying to feed into it, but what I'm trying to say is,
No.
when I heard that, I was like, is she insinuating that that's kind of what the neighbor's husband did to her or something? And
Right.
that's what made me think. I'm like, because I didn't think about that. She just probably called it abuse or whatever. But I don't know. I'm speculating here. So, any thoughts? Your thoughts?
Like I said, if it's true, then it's horrible. I'm not sure if any of this is made up. I hope it isn't. I hope it's authentic. Well, actually, I'm sorry. I take that back. I hope it is made up because that would be bad for the everybody involved. At some point, she's gonna have to confront her husband because I'm assuming that she didn't return back to the house with the kids to stay there.
Okay, cool.
So
Cool.
I'm thinking that she's probably gonna move out.
She
You
moved
know?
out because she's in a new place right now.
Okay.
Yeah, she moved out. She moved out.
Listen, that is a horrible position to be in, and I hope it works out for her, and I hope that she reports it. So I'm assuming she
Well,
did.
you touched on a great point. So I don't actually have the feedback to show the actual reports. I know other people that covered it. It shows. But before we go into that, hold on to that thought. Let me pull up the response to it. Right? Let's pull up the response to it.
There's a response
Yeah.
to what?
There we go.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me share this one. Stop sharing. And let me do
Captain America is trending.
Captain America.
Yeah, that's what it says. I see a thing down in my thing says trending videos, Captain America. I'm not sure why. Yes, another movie, another Captain America coming out.
Okay. So here we go.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. So this is the niece of the husband. All right. So this is the niece of the husband. Right. So let's get into that.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dee, and I am the niece of the trophy wife's husband. Now, I know you know who the trophy wife is because she's been going up and down my timeline for the last couple of days. Her name is Isis, or Paloma, which is her real name. Um, this lady is completely insane. Let's just start from there. Um, background story: her and my uncle got together really quick. From what I've been seeing and what I've been told, she thought that she was getting a come up with my uncle. But then when things didn't go her way and she pretty much seen that she could no longer hide the things that she was doing behind closed doors, she ended up trying to find a different route, which was to come on here and lie to you all and tell you that her daughter had been touched by her dad, which that is not the case. Her daughter had been touched by her son, and she didn't want anybody to know because she wanted to try to make it seem like my uncle was the bad guy because she wasn't getting what she wanted in the divorce. For you smart ladies out there who
So she had 4 response from on TikTok. So that was the first one.
That doesn't surprise me at all. And I was going to mention that. I mean, it's very rare that fathers molest their daughters. Like, very rare. And it's like I said, I want to, there's more context to that because she's not coming across, authentic. You can see she's not looking into the camera. She's not being genuine. That's why I held my tongue because I could tell something ain't right.
Okay.
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
But how does that change the dynamic of how do you view someone as you get on YouTube to destroy someone else's life by telling lies? Because this had the internet buzzing, And I watched it, and it's like I was like, oh man, no, 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 no. I'm like, hell no, because the ages are 2 and 4. We don't know which ones, but
Well, there's two sets, right? There's older ones and younger ones.
no, I'm talking about the girls. She
Right.
was specifically talking about the girls. The
Yes.
ages are 2 and 4.
So how old are the boys?
I don't know the ages of the boys, but you're talking about someone, we're talking about that situation where she's alleging that, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, we don't know. So we just speculate, and it's like, you know,
Okay.
uh, uh, but yeah, I'm trying to figure out, but she came with this point of view, but until I started hearing her speak, I was like, see how much wild cards that was in there,
So
man.
she just assumed that it was the husband off the rip.
I guess I guess, but as we go along, you're gonna see she gonna explain more, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. Because yeah, she just jumped right on it. So
yeah.
let's
So let's hit the next portion.
Sat up there and thought to yourselves, oh, this cannot be true. This can't be, you know, something that a woman would allow, which it's not. It's not something that a woman would allow. I am a victim of sexual assault or rape or whatever you want to call it. Um, and I don't appreciate one bit of the accusations being put out there, especially not just because they're fake, not just because that they're out there just for clout, but because
You see how she said it? She said assault.
mm-hmm.
Remember, she said, how did she word it in the first video?
The grape situation.
On the for the first lady, remember she said, the neighbor's husband used to assault me or something like that. Did she say it like that?
Well,
I'm just trying to get the context, because you see
I
how she said it.
I think
But she put the word before it, so that's why I said some people would say it without, and some people would say assault me, but they won't add it. But it's still, they're still inferring the same thing, and that's why I was asking you that question. It's like, is she insinuating that the neighbor's husband did it to her? But that's why I was asking in that context, because when
yeah,
she said it,
she did
she,
insinuate it.
huh?
She did.
All right, that's why I wanted
Yeah,
to clarify, because see how
because
she said
it
it could
was
be.
three. She used three different forms. One that she was a victim of it. That's how she got here. And then the neighbor did it to her. That was kind of how I took it. She didn't say what age or when it happened, but a neighbor did it to her. And then now her husband's doing it to her kids.
And he did it to her as well. You
Yes,
remember?
because that's what we were questioning about the grape situation.
Yeah.
Right. So if he would do that to his wife, nah, let's just I don't want to get ahead. You
But
gotta
that
be
was I think that all of that was context to set up for the child, because she gave 4, right? She gave the neighbor, her husband,
right.
a product of, and now based on all of that, this is what, her child is being happened to his child. So it's
Right.
contexting or priming to get you to bring you to that point, because it's already she's giving you.
So basically it's kind of leading you into a certain direction.
Yes, it's a leading. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But let's hear what the
And like I
rest.
said, I picked up on that from the jump. And she's trying to link all these things back to that.
Yeah. All right, so let's run it.
Yeah, let's do it.
because of the fact that this involves a family member of mine who I care about dearly. Met multiple family members, if you want to put that out there, because the kids are my family too. But the boys are somebody else's. The girls and the last baby are a part of my family. And if they're being harmed in any kind of way, I definitely would want to stand up for them, for sure. But her son is the one that the baby first initially said that was touching her. My grandmother was changing the baby one day and she seen that it was red down there and she said that her brother did it. Now, when they went to court, the court did not believe what she was saying because Paloma had already put, or ISIS had already put out a case against my uncle because my uncle was furious when he found out that her oldest son was touching the girls. So he went out and tried to, seek help to figure out what he should do about getting her son away from the girls so that they would no longer have to go through this. But as soon as he did that, ISIS went and took papers out on him claiming that he did it because she didn't want her son to go down for it. On top of all of this,
Hold up.
she's sitting over here
Oh,
acting like she's the best parent.
so they're all still living in the same house.
Well, this was prior to.
So does she think this is gonna just stop?
Clarify.
Because okay, they figure out it's the son doing it and not the husband.
No. I think you mixed it up a little bit.
Well,
So
they.
the at the time,
Mm-hmm.
I think what happened was what she's insinuating is that the mother knew it was the boy doing it,
Right.
but in order to protect the son, she had to then take action by taking him to the hospital. At such point, she moved out.
Right, but she basically filed paperwork against the father.
Right, but she moved out at
Right,
that
right.
time.
But what I'm saying is she knows that it's not the dad, it's the son.
Well, that's what she's saying. She's defending her son. So in
Right,
order to
but why
blame
would you
someone,
defend your son when he's the one doing it to your daughter?
well, you remember it's your child.
Right, but
And
why would you file a false case against the pops when you know it's not him? You know now that it's the kid. Get the kid the help that he needs.
good point. That's all of
Because
those are great points. But
right, because now the 3 kids are still together, the 4 kids are still together. They're all with her. And the person doing all this stuff is with her. So, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense to me.
yep.
But
Hmm.
let
Good point. Good point.
yeah, I mean that's a delusion right there. That's okay. Let's see what she says.
Parent in the world when if y'all go look for yourself, y'all will see that she has a child abuse case of her own. Her youngest son was she tried to put it on my uncle that he abused her youngest son, which loves my uncle to death. But the day that her and her ex tried to put out there that my uncle had abused her son, he wasn't in the state. He wasn't nowhere near. So once they went to the hospital and they took the little boy to the hospital, the one thing that they didn't do this time is the social workers pulled him aside and started asking him questions and asked him, "Who hurt you?" Come to find out, the little boy told and said that it was her. Not only that, her oldest son has sent my uncle threatening messages. He
Hey,
has
hold
rubbed
up.
poop on the
Pause this
wall
first.
at multiple family.
Go back. We're like What do they mean it was her?
I missed it.
What did she do to her son?
Yeah, let's run it back.
She's yo, she sounds evil.
The little boy told and said that it was her.
Right.
Oh,
Go
Not only that,
right.
abusing. I think it was
her
abusing her,
oldest son,
Well,
abusing
right.
him.
That's what I'm saying. So the mother is abusing the son?
Ah, man, and that opened the door for other things because
Oh.
it's one of those things where kids do things that they see their parents do. You get where I'm going without trying to fully say it.
No, you're gonna have to say it because
Nah, I ain't
no, wait,
saying
wait,
it.
wait. Let me ask you this one question. Is the dad still involved? Or is this all her?
Well, she said what she said was the ex-boyfriend. You remember she said ISIS or the Philoma, whoever,
Mm-hmm.
ISIS and her ex-boyfriend. Um, I forgot. I lost my train of thought. But what I
Not
was
the
going to say,
not the husband, right?
not the husband. They were trying to do something or insinuate that he abused the kids. The father abused the kids, but he
Right.
was out of state.
Right.
After that whole situation, I guess when they went to child service or whatever, they took the child aside and the child
Right.
said it was the mother.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The boy said it was the mother.
Right.
So that's what
So
I'm asking. That's what I was saying. So the mother is molesting the boys too.
no,
Or it
the
was the
mother
mother
was
did that to the girls.
no. We got to back up. Disclaimer. No, no. Abusing him. That's a difference between.
Right. So okay.
So
So
hold on, hold on.
so here's my question. Is she responsible for everything going on to everyone, all the abuse?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. I
Or is
can't
it
insinuate, but
or
let's
is
run it back from there.
or is she doing it to him and he's doing it to the other one and
I
it
didn't
goes
get
down?
that. I didn't get that. I'll be honest. I did not get that. I was just thinking probably like beat him, spank him. I was thinking more along
Well,
that line.
I don't know.
And so
Because
that's why.
because if the girl said that the boy is the one doing it to her, and the boys say that the mom is doing it to him.
Well, that's what. Well, let's hold on. Pause. Let's
Hmm.
run the video back, see what she said, and let's answer that instead of trying
Okay,
to
yeah,
insinuate it.
because
We don't want to insinuate that.
yeah,
Just because
back
this
it up
case.
a little bit because that's what I got out of that.
All right, cool. I didn't get that, but let's run it back.
him aside and started asking him questions
Yeah, go back
and
before.
asked him, "Who hurt you?" Come to find out,
Okay,
they went to the hospital and they took the little boy to the hospital. The one thing that they didn't do this time is the social workers pulled him aside and started asking him questions and asked him, "Who hurt you?" Come to find out, the little boy told and said that it was her. Not only that, her oldest son has sent my uncle threatening messages. He has rubbed poop on the walls at multiple family members' house, including theirs. He has pushed his younger brother down the stairs to the point where he had a concussion, and she didn't want to take him to the hospital because she didn't want them to know that she had, a son that had been abusing all her other kids. And then not only that, he hasn't just touched the two girls, he's touched all three of the kids. He's touched his little brother, he's touched his 4-year-old sister, and he's touched his 2-year-old sister. But all of this will come out eventually. My uncle cannot say anything right now because the case is still open. But my thing is, you sitting over here saying that he did all of this stuff, but if he did, the police themselves said that he would be in jail. They would have took him to jail as soon as the hospital said, "Oh my gosh, the baby's been touched." he would have been in booking right away. He wouldn't be out right now working. He wouldn't be out right now being bothered with all of this extra stuff that you're putting on him because of the fact that you want money. Like what mother uses this platform to sit up there and say my babies have been raped or my babies have been touched, excuse me, and then sit over there and then try to put a GoFundMe page up? Do you know why she's putting that GoFundMe page up? Because my uncle has had enough. He's not giving you any money. He's not sitting over there playing into your little schemes where she sits over there and tries to have her kid's father call his phone to get him to talk to the kids so that she can say he's in breach of a restraining order.
Petty stuff.
Like, there's so much proof behind all of this stuff that you all do not realize that is going to come down on her head. But yet you all are sitting over here believing her sob story, not doing your research, and paying her money. This girl has up to $2,000 already on GoFundMe. Probably more now because I haven't even checked this morning. But it's crazy how y'all will go for a black man or go for any man off of what a woman says, like women don't lie every day to get ahead.
Facts.
I am a strong advocate for black women, for women in general, for people in general. But men, I feel like we need to just slow down a little bit and not always think that they're the bad guys, because it goes both ways. And I am a mother of a black little boy. So for me, I can understand why she would want to cover up for her son, but at the same time, me personally, if my son is doing anything like that and I have other kids, I want to get him the best help possible away from his siblings until he is confirmed better. And I know he's no longer a threat to the other kids in the house, because you can't just sit over there and single out one kid and be like, oh, I'm going to protect this one, but whatever happens to the other ones just happens. That's not okay. And then you want to sit over here and portray to these women out here that, oh, it's okay to be a trophy wife, just go for that rich man type deal. No, how about go get your own money? How about stop, please, ladies, please stop waiting on a man to fulfill your life financially, spiritually, emotionally, all this other extra stuff, and find your own way. Do that. Because when you find your own way and you know your self-worth and you know what you are capable of and what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate, then the good man will come find you. But until you know your self-worth, you're just going to keep picking up anything off the street and being like, oh, okay, he got a little bit of money in his pocket, so he going to treat me right. No. Because the one thing that you don't realize is that man that has that money, he's also got a little brain in his head too. So he also is already aware of these women that's coming out here to do these things to him or to try to trap him in these ways, just for money or attention or the clout or whatever. Like, come on. We are in 2024, about to be 2025. Why are we still doing these same little tricks? Somebody needs to be teaching y'all how to make your own money, how to get your own way. So then that way, when you do find that good man with a lot of money, then y'all can build together instead of sitting over there waiting for him to give you an allowance or whatever, your little stipend for the month. Be real. Just want to let y'all know, for the crusties and the dusties, please be mindful of what you put out here on the internet, because you could be getting a lawsuit coming to your doorstep for you putting out accusations of stuff that you have no idea about. Everything that I'm telling you right now on this computer screen or on this platform, I'm letting you know that this is the truth. This woman is no records that that little girl has been touched by my uncle. No records. But it is a record that she had a diaper rash. It is a record that she has child abuse charges against her. It is record that her son has sent my uncle threatening messages. It is a record that she's not telling the whole truth on this platform, what she said in the courtroom. The courtroom that she had my nieces sitting in looking at the wall the whole entire time so that they wouldn't get emotional looking at my uncle because they love their daddy. And now he has to suffer without seeing his kids because of the fact that this woman wants to lie and slander his name because she did not get what she wanted in the divorce. The divorce that she did not put out there, by the way. Because me personally, if anybody had did anything to my kid, oh, baby, I'm going down there first thing and divorcing this person. I'm not about to sit over there and wait. If anybody rapes me or takes my goods without me and my knowledge or without me saying yes, oh, baby, I'm not about to stay married to somebody like that. That's crazy. But for you to sit over there and say that he's done all these terrible things to you, and yet it took him to divorce you and not you to divorce him, open your eyes, ladies. Stop being stupid because this girl is full of lies. Full of lies. Everything y'all heard. First off, let me ask you, let me get this. Look, who wipes their eyes all the way up here like this when you're crying? Huh? Who does that? Nobody. If I'm wiping my face, I'm wiping all down here because I'm a sloppy crier. And I'm pretty sure most of y'all are too. I don't know why y'all sitting over there trying to act like them housewives doing all that little. No, no. Let them tears drop if you real. Because if I'm talking about my baby and something like that happen, oh, I don't care if it's ugly cry or not. I'm gonna have snot and everything coming down my face. But this girl could barely even look at the camera the entire time she was talking on this video. I have no reason to lie to y'all. But I want to let y'all know that the disrespect with my uncle, it has to stop because this man has done nothing. And the reason why you don't hear him saying anything is because he knows that this is an open case. And when you have an open case, just like we see on The Housewives with Karen Huger and anybody else that goes through a case, you cannot talk about it until the case is over. So ISIS, this is my message to you. I hope to God that you got your ducks in a row. I hope you hired a new lawyer after the last lawyer sat up there and took herself away from your case because she seen that it was no case. So I hope you hired a really good lawyer, or I hope these people give you enough money to where you can get you a good lawyer. Because, baby, you going under the jail. And I hope these people crucify you for all the lies that you have got on here and told. You are not a good person. You are not a good mother. You only and even right now, you're still out there looking for the next victim. You're out here looking for the next victim, and that's so like I'm laughing because that's so fucking sad. But you need not come for me and mine. You need to know that. Because this man does not deserve it. And I know some that do. But he doesn't. So for all of you out there that had the good mind of thinking that she was a liar and that she was just putting on to get sympathy points, yes, she is. And I'm sorry that the rest of you fell for the okie doke and you have egg on your face right now. Because That's what you get for listening to stupid stuff on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok. You're listening to that stuff and you don't even know the whole story. You don't even care to find out the whole story. You're just going to condemn a person, say that you wish them dead, that they should be under the jail, and all this other extra stuff when the justice system doesn't even feel that way because they don't have any evidence that he did anything. So please, next topic, next subject. I better not see no more. I better not see no more. Because when he come out, baby, all y'all that's out there right now talking junk are going to be so sick because this girl is sick. Her and her son. I'm sorry to say it because I don't want to talk about nobody else's kid. But if it's the truth, it's the truth. So they're going to get theirs. Don't worry. They're going to get theirs and they're going to get the help that they need, hopefully. And I hope all y'all out there that's sitting over there calling my uncle all kinds of names, saying that he needs to die and all this other extra stuff, I hope y'all are the ones that help her get the help because y'all need it right along with her. Have a nice day. Signing off.
Yeah, she was rambling there for a little bit.
But
Yeah. So I just wanted to put that back up.
Um,
Thoughts.
well, that's the PRs from the husband. This is the husband's PR
Okay, well
to
said.
help, you know, put some of the flames out. I don't know if 100% of this is real. I think we need information from one more person to verify the situation.
They do. They have the
I mean, I know the sister's
one
probably
second.
credible, but the way the story has turned from where it started, oh my God, that I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole
Mm-hmm.
because I think her and the son should be getting help.
True. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm trying to pull up the order from the court.
And the younger girls need to be with the dad. And her and the son needs to be separated. And man, it seemed like this whole everybody that's involved has been essayed at some point. Everyone, even the workers,
Yeah.
even her right here mentions
Yeah.
too.
I'm trying to pull up the order because I know in one of the videos they show the order of the court case, and it had a restraining order. It had all of those items. Let me, while this one is going, yeah, that's the GoFundMe page right there. It's at 8,000, close to 9,000.
That's crazy. So you think she made all this up? And like that's what I said. It's on you on YouTube, and you're a content creator. Now that you're a content creator, you got to create content. And a lot of people, if they believe it's real, they're more likely to donate. They're more likely to be engaged. You know. So at the end of the day, like I said, when I see content on YouTube now, unless it can't comes with a big disclaimer saying this actually happens, and I know for a fact, I don't really take it too serious. You
Cool.
know?
Good point.
And like I said, what the way she's coming across, she needs to work on her delivery a little better. She was too quiet. She didn't engage with us. You need to engage with the audience. If you're not talking to the audience, they don't believe you, then it's not real.
So question. right? And the question that you remember the question I posed before we got on here? The question was, are content creators responsible for the content that they put out? Should they held liable for the content that they put out?
You mean as far as just truth to it? The
Yeah, well, that is, I know it's wide, but like let's
well,
say,
are they holding us in the same regard as TV reporters or
well,
news
I
analysts?
think that's what the question is probably coming from, like how the news
So
station.
are they talking about in the truth aspect of what?
I didn't get that far into it, but I seen a question posed like that. If I could pull it up, let me see
Well,
if I
there
can
were a
pull.
couple of content creators that have been sued.
Okay,
So that's one of those questions that leans in that direction because it kind of scrape the are the content creators liable for certain things where they could be sued or held responsible,
okay,
where we could be on a show one day and we say something about a product and it starts tanking because we say something, you're
okay.
liable to get sued.
Well, that's more of slander or something like that,
Right.
right?
Yeah, but still we get sued, you know. So all
Okay,
of that falls into those categories.
okay. But yeah, but I think I was reading the next report. Man, this hole will get deeper. But we ain't gonna go into that. But I did hear, um, and I'm allegedly through all of this difficulty, I think the husband or one of them hit somebody, and it was a hit and run. So somebody got arrested. Who? I don't know. But that was something that I did see come across. It's not verified. I don't know. That's why I said allegedly. But one of them got arrested. Um, so yeah, due to a hit and run.
So
Yeah.
none of them got arrested for the actual crimes that they.
Yeah, no one did. No one got arrested for the case, but somebody I
So
think
what's
did a
going
hit and
on
run.
with that? Like,
It's still going on. It's still going on. It's only a week old. It's only a week old. Yeah, it's
we
only a
just
week old.
reacted to it kind of, and it seemed like it's been going on for months.
Nah, this is probably like a week. Yeah, it's only a week old, man.
So the husband, I'm sure he's lawyered up and everything.
Yeah, he's lawyered up. Yeah, so
So you think she is really? How much do you believe the sister?
that's his niece.
That's his niece. Yeah. How much? Yeah. Okay. So how much do you believe her?
Um, for the niece, I would have to ask a question as such as what would be her benefit defending the uncle, right? What makes her credible? What what
And that's what I
what
want to know.
what makes her credible? Some of the things that I do like about the niece is she articulate herself well.
Right.
She speaks well. She articulate the conversation. Even for the end when she started to ramble, the beginning parts, the whole thing was well explained.
Mhm.
So even though you tell a story well, that doesn't mean it makes it
She could have
100.
been reading too.
Mm, could be,
A lot of these
could be
cats be using
the teleprompter type thing.
yeah. So like I said, it's YouTube, man. Everybody got a YouTube channel. They learn how to communicate things well.
But I do. You see how the plot twist. Um,
Oh, definitely a big twist.
yeah, this one was definitely a big twist. But yeah, this one got the internet in an uproar. But I was following it along. It's like even though certain content come across, not necessarily to jump on everything, but I was following this one like a YouTuber, like a regular person. I watched
Wow.
the
I
video.
never. This is the first I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah,
we
they said they
definitely
got more
should,
details to come.
yeah, we
But
should definitely spin back on it and do a at least another video on some of this stuff. It's pretty
yeah,
interesting, but sticky place to be,
definitely. But
man.
I know it's late for us. We're gonna call this one
Yeah,
here. So
yeah,
we're
we're
gonna
gonna
call this
call it
one
there.
here. So this was the trophy wife. You know, is
Is it
she
a
lying or
trophy
she telling
wife?
the truth?
What makes her a trophy wife?
I think the husband is some top IT guy,
Yeah,
so
but
he got some money. He got a little bit of cash.
what gives her the authority to call herself the trophy? Like when you saying the trophy wife, that means at the golf club when you playing the best sport, the best trophy you get is the most beautiful trophy at the golf course. So you're the trophy wife. You ever play football, you win a championship, the best looking football championship get, that's the trophy wife, right? That's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
is out, she's but it seems like trophy wife got more issues than anything.
They normally do because guess what? Most trophy wife are just for display.
So
That's what a trophy is.
who thinks that she's a trophy wife? She does, or does the hubby or the friends because who gave her the name? She did, right?
I don't know. I don't know. That's probably a title someone put on it, but
Right, but
um,
I'm sure that's the video she put out.
I'm not too sure. I can't say who put it out, but you he's like because I know what you're insinuating, but it's funny because it's like I leave it alone.
For real, man. It is. Like she ain't no damn trophy.
Yeah, I
I mean,
don't
she is
know.
beautiful.
But what would you consider a trophy wife though?
That's what I was asking. Like, and then who's actually putting that in? So yeah, that's a trophy wife. A trophy wife to me is man. I don't. That's something we got to really look up. Let me see. Let me see what Google says. Hey Google, what is a trophy wife?
According to Wikipedia, a trophy wife is a wife who is regarded as a status symbol for the husband.
There we go. So a trophy wife basically should raise his status.
Right, but not necessarily. You gotta. It's just a dynamic to it, I should say.
No,
Raise the status
that
is
basically gave me a definition of what the
right,
meaning trophy wife mean.
but it got different level of trophy wife.
So right, so okay, I'm gonna make a good scenario for you. We could kind of connect. Cause we're gonna end this show here on Line with us on the way out. Back in the day when people playing cricket and thing, right? Or like horse racing, like the Derby, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Hmm.
The Churchill Down where they got the
Yeah, yeah,
Derby
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
everything,
I know what you're talking about.
right? The
Kentucky.
trophy wife will be the woman that shows up to make you look good when you with your friends. You know what I mean? She come dressed nice, whatever they need. That's like kind of what the trophy wife. That's how I look
Hmm.
at it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And when all the guys are hanging out, your trophy wife is what everybody's looking at because she stands out. You know what I'm saying? And she, like, say, if you're here, she brings you up a little more.
hmm,
You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, you can get a man that's not very appealing to a woman, right? But you put him with a 10, and all of a sudden all the other women are like, what's going on over there? A trophy wife could do that. Where
yeah,
she can change his status. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden it was like, oh, if she's hanging out with him, that means he's a good, oh, you know what I mean? She changes
Yeah.
the level, and that's kind of what the definition gave me.
Okay. That one, yes, on the same line. Yeah.
Yeah, we learned something today. We
So we're
learned
gonna
something
call it
today.
there.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna
Enough
call it
said.
there.
Enough said.
Yeah.
That was a good show. Enough said. And that is it.
That ahí. All right. Thank you for liming with us. We're out. Got it.
Yeah.